Okay, it seems like we have most people on our webinar for the King Victoria Transit Hub. Welcome everyone to our consultation meeting. If you've been to one of our meetings before, welcome back. If not, we look forward to your participation. Tonight's meeting will start with a project update from our project director, Ellen McGahey, who will turn it over to the project architect, Robert Ilan, to talk more about the design. Followed by Andrea Tacchini, who will show us a virtual tour of the new transit hub. Following the presentations, we'll take questions, which you can submit using your Q&A button at the bottom of the screen. We'll answer as many questions as we can, especially those being asked more than once. Any that we don't get to, we will post it on our engagement project page at engagewr.ca. For those who are stakeholders for this project, or maybe you're just really interested in it, I recommend you subscribe to the Transit Hub project page on Engage. That way you'll get notifications sent to you whenever there's a project update. Before we proceed, I'd like to inform everyone that this meeting is being recorded and it will be posted on this project page on Engage later that I was talking about. Any information we receive tonight is collected under the Municipal Act and will only be used to inform this project. If you have any questions about our privacy policy, you can contact any member of the project team. So with that, I'm going to pass it over to Ellen McGahey to tell us the latest news about the Transit Hub. Ellen?
Thank you, Stacey. And just to echo Stacey's comments, welcome to everyone. Unfortunately, in the webinar format, I can't see all of you, or any of you, in fact. So that's the unfortunate part of not being able to come together in person. But the good news is that we still have this technological way that we can share information and have dialogue about the project. So I'm very excited to hear from all of you today. If I could have the next slide. Just to provide a little bit of background on the project itself, the Transit Hub site, as many of you are aware, is located at the corner of King and Victoria Streets in Kitchener. And it's planned to be a landmark development and train station connecting the region to the Toronto Waterloo Region Innovation Corridor. It'll be a focal point for higher order transit service in Waterloo Region, connecting passengers seamlessly through the co-location of ION, LRT, GO Transit, the rail and bus service, Via Rail service, intercity bus, passenger vehicles, and GRT. And it's also expected to generate increased ION ridership, because it'll create an anchor development along the Central Transit Corridor with transit station functions integrated with, in the fullness of time, a privately developed mixed-use destination. So some of the key benefits of the hub that we're hoping to accomplish through the development of the hub, that it will change the way people think about Waterloo Region. Featuring access to all modes of transit in one place, creates a vibrant urban experience, inspiring substantial opportunity for economic development. It'll make you feel like you've arrived at the center of a place in motion, a space for community, for events, travel, and commerce. The Transit Hub actively promotes active transportation and is one more way that the region can help the environment. Whether you're walking, cycling, or taking public transit, you will be reducing your carbon footprint. It will drastically improve the user experience for transit riders, commuters, and travelers, and access to all modes of transit will finally be in one convenient place. It links residents to tourism and travel opportunities and puts Waterloo Region on the map. It will connect the region to the Toronto Waterloo Region Innovation Corridor, and it will help the local tech sector and business build on relationships with the GTA. So in terms of project update, if you recall back in the spring, Regional Council endorsed Concept A, which was one of the two concepts that were presented in our last round of public engagement, and we moved into further design development. This current design approach was selected as a result of that last round of public consultation, where Concept A was the clear preference of most respondents. The design has been further developed, incorporating feedback from both the last round of consultation, as well as input from a wide range of stakeholders. And that includes feedback that we received both on Concept A and on Concept B. And you'll see in the design package how both have been incorporated into the package. The public's invited to review the design package and provide comments and feedback as we move into the detailed design phase. As you know, the feedback's been gathered through Engage Waterloo Region, and there is a design survey as well as through this public meeting today. The online platform closes on December 18th, so please do take the time to go and provide your feedback through that platform. In terms of our upcoming activity, as I mentioned, we are in a public engagement right now through into mid-December. And then the next stage will be to develop the construction drawings and specifications through the winter and spring of 2021. We hope to tender the project for construction, so tender in late spring, and begin construction in the summer through to the fall of 2022. And with that, I'll hand it over to Robert Eland to provide you with the drawings and images for the project.
Thanks, Ellen. So hopefully everybody should see on the screen an image of the proposed transit hub from an elevated position above the plaza. Is that right, Ellen?
Yes, that's what I can see.
All right, nice. So what we're showing here is a view above the main transit plaza in front of the hub. In the foreground, we can see the northbound LRT stop, and looking through the hub, we can see the rail platform at the rear. To the right of the site and to the east is the bus loop. And what we're trying to demonstrate here is that the transit hub and the urban plaza in front of it provides a seamless connection to all different modes of transportation that are being connected with this facility. Overview of the site plan sort of shows where the LRT stations are along King Street, where the twin Metrolinx station Metrolinx platforms will be along the rail corridor, the bus loop with capacity for 6 buses, including Mobility Plus services for GRT, as well as the plaza, station building, and passenger pickup and drop off or kiss and ride parking between Rumpelfeld and the station building. The station also contemplates connections to various cycling infrastructure that's either proposed or is in current development in the area, including the Iron Horse Trail to the west, which is currently having a trail connection, and that can be seen in the solid lines right next to the southbound LRT station. Here's a view that we presented and is on the Engage Waterloo platform as well, showing the west elevation of the transit hub, showing the public stair connection, exterior stair connection up to the rail platform and the LRTs in the foreground. Here's a lower level view of the plaza, showing sort of the active use that we want to see, or the vision for that of the plaza itself, as well as some water features. That same view at night, showing what we think the evening on the plaza will be like. Another view of the plaza. One of the things we picked up between option A and option B last time around for public consultations was people really wanted to see a balance between green space in the plaza and hard space. So we really tried to blend those two together in these green islands that have trees in them to really have both styles of plaza be present. And here's a view of the sort of back edge of the plaza, showing the bus loop and the Waterloo underpass entrance. And then we wanted to sort of to show also how the various connections are being dealt with on site. So in the blue and the red arrows, we're showing the multi-use trail connections on site for both pedestrians and cyclists, either coming from the west from the trail connections that's going to the Iron Horse Trail, or up through the Waterloo underpass into the Mount Hope Bright Hop neighborhood, and then east and west along Victoria Street, or south along Duke into downtown Kitchener. We're also showing vehicle entrance and exits to the site, including both bus and private passenger vehicles, as well as the train connections along the rail lines. So this is a view of the bus loop. What we've developed with this site is a ramp that connects the lower level, plaza level of the site to the upper rail corridor level. And you can see that just sort of here in this area, and we'll have a video that shows how that connection is done around the transit hub and under. So here's the lower level at the bus loop, and then the upper level showing where that ramp is. So right at the junction, right at the corner here, where pedestrians could walk down to the plaza level, and cyclists and pedestrians and all users can sort of use that ramp to come down between the hub and the rail corridor to get access to the lower levels of the site. Overall, here's the ground floor plan of the transit hub. We have a central entrance hall, bus waiting area, GRT ticket area that will also be able to give tickets for Metrolinx, intercity buses, as well as via service. The hall has two stairs, an east stair and a west stair to allow access to the upper level waiting area, as well as secure bike storage within the hub itself on standard sort of stainless steel racks, and some office space for GRT. On the upper level, we have two lounge areas. We have a more typical lounge area, and then a sort of more comfortable seating lounge area, depending on how long you're waiting for your train, as well as upper level ticketing. So if you go right to the upper level and sort of bypass the lower level ticketing, you'll still be able to get tickets for your next train. At this level, we also have a community room that can be used by members of the community to hold special events or meetings. And here's a view of the bus loop, also showing bus shelters and secure bike storage facility on site. And in the top left corner here, you can see in the gray Metrolinx's proposed underpass and our connection directly to that. Here's some interior views of the station building. So this is the lower entrance hall looking west, showing the stair leading up to the upper level, as well as the elevators in the foreground, and showing the bike racks in the hall. What we're trying to do with the hub is promote active transportation in the region, and we feel by having bikes on display in the hall, this will help encourage people to get out of their cars, get on their bikes, and ride their bikes around the region. This is the east and facade that overlooks the plaza, showing the east stair that leads up to the upper lounge. The stair also can lead down and out to the bus loop. And this is the upper level on the west side, and the upper level on the east side. So that's the last slide I have. I'll turn it over to Andrea to give a brief introduction to the video, and he can share that with you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Robert. I'm Andrea Tocchini from WZMH Architects. We work together with A49 very well, I would say, with the ability to put together like a very exciting building here in Kitchener. We put together a cool video. We think it's cool. A video that it's kind of demonstrating from starting from an aerial view of the site and the building itself, how well is integrated within the urban fabric in the city of Kitchener, as well as the public spaces, the plaza and the bus loop surrounding. Later on, we're going to look at how each different type of users of the space and the station and even just the a regular citizen walking by would experience and connect with this building. So you're gonna see a series of different clip with pathways of where people are coming from. Let's say the Ion LRT, crossing the road and going up to catch a train, or using the multi-use trail down to the ramp and go back to the plaza level, or coming from the inner city buses or GRT, as well as the drop off. So I would say that Aaron can probably play the video.